Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Today is the very first day that we're recording the podcast on a Thursday. What up, side?
It's actually the second, dude,
What?
because that one time we recorded on July 4th and that fell on a Thursday.
Wow,
I have got a crazy memory about this shit, man.
that's crazy. You're so good at that.
I should be brushing my teeth right now though and flossing
Why?
because I'm gonna go to the dentist.
Oh boy, are you
But
scared?
do you do that? Like if you have a dentist appointment, do
Yeah,
you
definitely.
my dentist told me that's a sham.
Why?
He just said like it's not gonna make that much of a difference.
Well, no, it's not, but I don't want him like looking in my mouth and I got food stuck in my teeth and shit, you know?
My dentist is actually your neighbor. Our
Oh,
old
really?
neighbor, your old neighbor. So
Don't
I,
mess
I
it. Don't mess it.
I actually can't walk up in the dentist without like having a convo,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of stinks. But he's a very nice guy, so it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't let him poke around your wisdom teeth. He's
Mine
seen
are
the way.
gone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, be
Mine are
careful.
long gone,
Yeah,
bro.
per his recommendation, I bet.
Yeah, oh yeah. He said
Uh-huh.
go right across the street. You can get it done over there, and I did. Not long
Across the street
after.
from his house, that'd be like my house.
Well, from his office, bro. From the dentist. Oh, dude,
Oh,
come the fuck on, bro. This
all
is a
right.
podcast. Um,
I like
all
your
right, I have a
shirt.
really excellent topic for you for this first half because Lord knows when the second session's going to get filmed because I'm going to be
Uh-huh.
rushing out of here. So this
Uh-huh.
topic, I wanted to even bring this up last night because it kind of came up while we were gaming,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, I'm saving this. I'm saving this. I'm saving this. All right.
Uh-huh.
So I have this thought. Stay with me here, okay?
Okay, fuck. All
And
right.
I honestly, bro,
I'm lost.
this is so good for you as well because I feel like we might be opposite on this, but let's see. Let's see. I feel like I'm in this point where I'm over glazing everything, bro. I'm over glazing movies, shows, video games because I'm so badly craving something to like knock me off my feet that I'm almost trying to trick myself into thinking there's thinking that certain things are better than they actually are. Like trying to like artificially create like this feeling that I'm enamored with something to like just kind of chase that feeling.
Yeah, I could understand where you're coming from with that. It makes sense, but I think you're right in that we're on opposite sides of this one.
Yeah, like you are not afraid to like say something
No,
shit.
I guess if anything, I underglaze stuff, right?
But don't you ever get sick of like waiting for that something that you really fuck with?
Um,
Because that's where
I,
I struggle. Like I get sick of waiting for something that I'm ready to just be like, this thing was awesome, dude.
I have an extremely addictive personality, and I have no trouble getting like super into anything. Like
But
I go
like
through phases.
genuinely like enjoying it. Like
Oh
because
yeah,
I haven't heard you like D1 glaze something in a long time, dude.
I mean, dude, I'm not sure how much you know of this, but I've been like completely addicted to chess for the last couple weeks. Like
Well, yeah, I know
watching
you've been
chess,
playing a lot,
watching chess videos, playing chess all the time, analyzing chess. Like I
but
just
that's
can't help
something
it.
that you've always liked.
Kinda, but like,
Like, what's something new lately that you've gotten into that you've glazed that you've actually loved?
I mean, it's chess, dude. Before chess, Allison, what have been some of my recent obsessions? What else?
Did you say chess?
Uh huh. What? Sports. That's not recent. I don't know. Yeah, I
I
go
don't think
through.
either of those are. Weren't you on chess club at one point in your life?
Yeah, when I was like 8.
But you've always liked chess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. That's not an obsession.
Wait, did you say Fortnite?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's she's right though. It's like I get very obsessive over certain things and I can't get off of them. I really like I don't have that like need to grind something, I guess. It just like comes naturally and if I am not like fucking with it, I'll very quickly bounce on to the next, you know? Like I'm very
Yeah.
bouncy and very addictive,
See, like
you know?
when I had this thought, it was in the car and I pulled over because I was like, I need to write this down. But
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about like Minari. So I glaze Minari like it's the best thing since sliced bread. But I kind of
Uh-huh.
had this thought where it's like that shit's like kind of mid and ass, but like I
Uh-huh.
am like telling myself that I love it because like I think there's something there.
I see. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm the opposite to where like I need somebody to talk about something like it is the best for me to try it, you know? And then if I try it, I'm still not convinced typically, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that that's how you be operating for
Like
sure.
I very much so go into everything with very critical lenses, I feel, no matter what, like I've heard beforehand. Like I don't know anything. I guess yeah, I think I do a relatively appropriate amount of glazing. Like I really did glaze. I glazed everything everywhere all at once. I watched that recently, and like I had a lot of reasons to honestly go into that with skepticism because like not her favorite movie, and like I respect her opinion on stuff, and just like in general, like some I've seen some backlash towards the hype for that movie that I feel like I typically agree with, or at least the people saying it. But I honestly couldn't have enjoyed the movie more. So like I'll go to bat for it for sure. But like that's the thing is like I don't find myself needing to like I guess push into that. Maybe a little bit, but like maybe not as much as you're saying.
Dude, that's like one of the last movies that actually did knock me off my feet though.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't watched something or like even like One Piece. Like I do think it's really good and I'm dude, I'm nearly in 600 episodes of it right now. So
Hmm.
like I do watch it and I do enjoy it, but I feel like I glaze it.
Yeah.
I mean, and not this isn't even like an outwardly thing always. Like it's not
Yeah.
like I'm always telling everybody, "Oh, One Piece is this and that and this
Well,
and that." But it's in my head where I'm saying like, "Oh, this is so good" or whatever. Like I'm trying to like trick myself, I swear to God.
it is totally an internal thing, and like that's the way I'm thinking about it too. And I'm gonna say something that might be like totally outlandish, but like this is what I'm connecting it to, is that like I've in my life at the current stage I'm in, I've done I think a pretty good job of like filtering out things that I dislike to where like on a day-to-day basis I'm pretty much operating through the process of like doing shit I fuck with, you know?
Yeah,
And
same,
like I
dude.
don't do too much nonsense like at all. I pretty much enjoy everything I do. And like a lot of that comes from like, dude, I get to work from home. I get to like pick my own schedule for a lot of things and this and that, which is really nice. Which is why it's like I guess I don't yearn for that feeling, right? And like I think that's what to some extent, and not to like fault you for doing so, but like it makes those things that are so good so special, right? Because they only come around every so often. You only get knocked off your
Uh-huh.
feet when something truly touches you, and not everything can truly touch you, or else nothing would truly touch you. You know?
Yeah, I
No,
think maybe
no
I'm just
diddy,
like I
no
think I'm
diddy.
just I think I'm just like craving like everything to be so good. Like I don't want like dull
Yeah,
moments, you know?
yeah.
I've been trying to
Well,
like get away from that.
that's what I mean though when I say like filtering out the dull stuff in your life. Like I think I've done a pretty good job of that. Like I've always got a decent option for stuff to do, you know?
Yeah, I do see, and yeah, that this could almost get me on a whole different tangent because
Uh-huh. Do
like,
it. We got time.
well, this tangent is really just like the other day it was like a Friday. I came home from work and like I've been doing the same shit for like damn near 2 years now, same schedule and everything, and like I was just like, damn man, like every day's the same. It's kind of like getting annoying.
Oh whoa.
And my and my roommate was saying like I fucking like kind of wish every day was
The
the
same.
same. Yeah. And it just kind of made me think too of like there was a time in my life where if I could tell myself that like this is where I'd be, where like you have like, the job's not amazing, but like it's totally doable. You can do whatever the fuck you like all your days look the same and they're very chill and you don't have all these things where like I used to go to like this sport and then that sport and a practice this day and homework and blah blah, blah. I always had
Oh.
and like if you told that version of me that I could have like what I have now, I'd be like, let's fucking go.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm in it and I'm like, fuck.
You don't appreciate that shit, dude?
I mean, not as much as I should.
You know what's crazy? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was walking past the freezer aisle in the grocery store yesterday and I smelled like the freezer smell and it reminded me of a hockey rink and I was like, wow, like it is so nice that I'm here and not like at hockey practice right now. You know? Like
For real,
I'm
dude.
telling
That
you, dude.
shit
Like I,
sucked.
it did suck, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate it every day that I get to choose like what I get to do and then like stuff that I really like, enjoy. You know,
Where do
like
you
I
find
don't take
time
that for
for that appreciation though? Like, where do you find
um.
time for that?
Well, dude, it's in the little things I do. It's that I get to go home and play video games. It's that I get to just like go to the grocery store, you know? It's that I get to like just do whatever I want. Like I feel it in every action I take that I don't have to go to hockey practice. I'm so
Oh,
serious. Like I am genuinely like that thought crosses my mind more than you could ever imagine, you
that you
know?
don't have to go to practice that day.
Yeah,
That's how I
literally.
feel too. I don't feel that way. I feel that way like now that we're talking about it, but day to day I never think like, well, thank God I'm not going to lax practice.
Yeah,
But
dude. I
but
mean,
that's how
shit.
I used to think.
Bro, like you get home, you get to go eat at the fucking chicken place next to your house. You get to walk home, you get to eat it while you watch YouTube, you know? Like
Uh-huh.
you can't do that if you got practice.
Yeah,
Kidding me?
I just don't know why I can't like I'm having trouble like appreciating that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. It really comes down to a lot of, I guess, just like um, how you view stuff in a sense. Like I always get, and I don't mean to like, I would say the same thing you are in terms of like, this is another tangent, but like, this is a fucking podcast, dude. We're going on tangents. I always get like asked, particularly by like my mom more than anybody, about like, fucking like, don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? Because I think that sometimes she'll view me as being a little bit stagnant. And it's like, I enjoy my life, you know? Like, I really do like what happens day to day. I don't have a need to be doing more than that. I don't want to be fucking president of the world, dude. Like I have good friends and a nice girlfriend, and like that's fun. And I get to like fucking like watch sports games and play chess and play video games, and it's fun, dude. Like I don't need much more else. I enjoy my life, you know.
Yeah, no,
Shit,
when you say it like that, it does resonate with me. It really does. I
isn't
just
that shit fun?
it is, bro. Like, I mean, I wouldn't trade a night like last night for fucking anything. Certainly not hockey practice or lacrosse practice.
Oh,
Like,
can you imagine, dude?
certainly not, bro. And like, I
Oh,
even kind of had that thought the other day where like, our good friend TB still doing classes and stuff, and like, he just like I was texting him to play, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta like go to class," or like,
hmm
"Oh, I gotta do some homework," and I'm just like, "Fuck." I
hmm
don't have anything after work, man. Like I can I could do whatever the fuck I want.
What do you
So
fucking want something after work?
I don't know, dude. It's just like this weird game that I always play with myself that like you want something so bad and then you get it and then it's like and that's like a very common theme and like I've seen that theme in like movies and stuff. And I always love that theme because it's so relatable to me of like really wanting a certain lifestyle or really wanting a certain thing and then getting that thing and then just like on to
Yeah.
the next, dude. Like never enough time to appreciate anything.
Well, dude, I feel like the way you're talking about it, like there's very low risk ways that you could try to see if you like more stuff, you know? Like you can join a club for some shit that meets like once a week and see if you enjoy yourself a little bit, you know?
For
Like
sure. Stuff like that. Oh yeah.
I have that same feeling. I talked to did I tell you the story about how I met the floor hockey guy at the park?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
dude. I'm gonna try doing some floor hockey or some shit. I don't think they actually do it until next season now, so I don't have much to do in between then. But I am keeping my eyes open for opportunities like that. You know, like it'd be fun to be in some sort of like social gathering. But like the reason why when I think of like going to class or like going to practice is like that shit feels like a chore to me. You know, I would love to be going to social gatherings where it's not a chore. You know.
Uh-huh. It was a chore, especially because we played like pretty competitively and all of yeah.
Yeah, Allison is thinking about doing a book club on Sundays, but it's like that would feel like a huge chore. I gotta read for it. The fuck, you know?
No,
God.
book club's not for hockey would be good, dude. Some floor hockey.
Oh yeah, that'd
Because
be a great
I'm
time.
dying to join a basketball league with the boys.
Oh, for sure, dude. Well, basketball league. I think softball leagues would be so fun too.
For sure.
Um, and dude, I honestly, okay, call me crazy. Like, tell me if this is my hubris speaking, but like, I think I'd be kind of like elite at floor hockey because like I
Well,
played
aren't
more.
you, bro? You played in gym.
Well, dude, I played more like hockey in my basement than on ice, like for sure, you know?
True.
Like I know the floor, you know? Like
Dude, you would be deadly out there for
and
sure.
I feel like skating was like not my strong suit, you know? And like that takes out a big element of hockey is like no one can blow by you, you know? Running. Like I guess if you're just slow as fuck, but like it's harder to I think blow by somebody with your feet than with skates. You know what I mean?
On the ground, it's much more like if you're good with your hands and stuff.
Yeah, which I think is what I'm better at. You know?
You did have some pretty nice hands back in the day, bro.
Mm. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. You
You
too.
know,
Uh-huh.
I was all right with my hands. I was better.
Dude,
I was a good skater.
I'll never forget the random game like at 9 a.m. tournament game at like 9 a.m. in the morning when you scored like
Oh,
fucking
dude.
four goals and then took the rest of the day off for
Yeah,
like
I've
second
never
game.
yeah, never cooked so hard in my life in hockey, bro. That was the best game I've ever played.
Uh-huh.
But I was much better at lacrosse. I was actually good at
Oh
lax.
yeah, yeah. You could have done
Um,
some college lax if you really wanted to, right?
yeah, I could have. There was one school I remember I felt like really, really special because I only did one lacrosse visit because I
Uh-huh.
knew in my heart I didn't want to play, but I was like, all
Yeah.
right, let's go do a visit, blah blah blah. Went to this school and like they had like this welcome board. It was like welcome these undergrads or whatever, and it had like my name on it and shit. And then like I go to the coach's office and like he's making me like meet the players and stuff. Like he really wanted me. And then he's like showing me this board. He's like, "Yeah, dude, you're gonna play with this guy right here. You guys would be such a good duo together." Some guy I've never played with, obviously, never
Mhm.
some random schmuck. And yeah, he made me feel really special though.
Yeah, I mean they gotta try to riz the recruits, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, dude. Telling me what line I'm gonna play on, what players
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with. I was like,
That's kind of
oh,
fun. Well, they're like that was like a legit lacrosse program. I mean, that's pretty like I would hope they're doing like some pretty standard. I mean, like
yeah, I
they can do
guess.
some
Yeah,
structure shit like that.
it was just like eye-opening, like dang,
Yeah,
like this is really like hitting the next level of lax if I really wanted to play.
yeah. Well, dude, think about that path that you had. You know, you had two paths. One was like lock into lacrosse, do that kind of stuff. The other path was like fuck off and like enjoy your like days after school. You know,
Hmm.
like and you chose the fucking latter, and I think it's the right decision for you. I don't think you have fun playing lax. You know.
No, I wouldn't have. I really would not have liked doing 4 years of playing lacrosse. I inevitably would have like at one point wanted to stop playing.
Uh-huh. I think maybe a good example is like your sister who is like you in a lot of ways, who like relative to her gender is like as good or better than you at lacrosse, right?
For
And
sure.
like and like I mean, she's kind of like not fucking with it as much anymore, right?
No, not as much, but she
So,
is like trying to be like more committed with it.
well, yeah.
Because she's like this year she wanted to be a captain and she is a captain.
I think in a lot of ways she is like what you could have been in terms of like if you chose that, you know?
If I wanted to be a good laxer, I could have probably been like that.
But like her the way she like thinks about it and like manages it, you know? Like
Yeah, that's where we're much different.
oh, well, yeah, it's a little window into like what could have been, right?
Definitely. But
Which,
yeah, I don't know,
yeah,
man. I just want something to wow me, taking it back. Like, fucking drop a show or movie that fucking wows me,
but
please.
that's the thing, bro. Is it's like that's too high of expectation setting, you know? You can't be
Is it
expect,
too high?
yeah, dude. You can't be expecting stuff to do that for you. If you expect that, then it's all gonna, fall short, and it's gonna feel all bad, right? Like,
Expectations, Dan. Yeah, I might be setting
uh-huh.
my expectations way too high, and not just
you
with
get,
film and gaming, just in general.
you got to get back out to the old dusty trail and kick the rock around for a couple hours, bro, and just like feel that, you know?
Yeah, I just,
Right?
dude,
Like,
oh, it's just so frustrating.
yeah.
Like, I feel like even, I don't know, I just feel like I haven't genuinely, fucked with something in so long, but I just like tell myself that I am. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like even Elden Ring, bro. Like I would probably die on a hill for that game, but like I was like just I don't know, it's not perfect for me.
Mhm.
But I don't think anything will be, bro.
Yeah.
That's where you're right about the expectations. Gotta fucking take them down a notch or two.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you could take a low risk walk. You could take a low risk club or some shit like that, and just see how you like something. You know, you never know, and like just just enjoy the breeze is all I would say.
Let's enjoy the breeze is the advice of the day for
Yeah, and just
everybody
like think
listening.
about literally whenever you feel that way, think about like going to lacrosse practice. You know, think
Uh-huh.
about the alternative, bro. It could be way worse.
Yeah, but my roommate said like I kind of wish every day was the same. It kind of was eye-opening in some ways of like, dang, like I really would have like jumped at like having the current life I have back in like
Mhm.
even like a year or two ago, you know?
For sure.
So I've been trying to be better with like thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, certainly expectations are something to think about. I feel like in terms of whatever, not wanting to feel let down with the excitements of the world in a way, right?
Yeah.
I guess it is something that like you said, common trope in movies, fucking shows, culture, us, the world. Like everybody always yearns for something more at one stop or another, right?
Yeah, it's like in Soul, bro, when he was like the whole movie just like wanted to play that gig so bad, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't feel that great while he did it, but then felt the best when he like went home and just like played and
Uh huh.
and that's the kind of shit, man. That's the kind of
Yeah,
shit.
dude. And that fucking movie Wally, where like he wanted to stop the trash so bad, but he realized he had the most fun just playing in the muck.
Is that really how Wally goes?
I don't know. I haven't seen Wally in a while. Been a long time, but I heard Wally's good.
I just remember the fat people on chairs, and they're so fat that they have
I
to
don't
be on. Ch
remember.
Bro, you don't
I
remember the
I thought it was
fat?
like a silent movie with just the robot.
No, dude, because the humans are all in spaceships because the Earth got so bad, and they're
Oh,
also just like are so fat, and they're all just like in floating chairs.
I'm sick of these fucking woke movies, bro.
Dude, that movie came out so long ago.
Dude, somebody's got to get Disney, bro. What are they doing?
Oh my gosh, dude.
But yeah, I mean, it's like it is, bro. Think about Soul. Think about lacrosse practice. I feel like you got the answers in front of you. You know,
Yeah, definitely. It's
you
a
got
lot
the
of
answer key.
internal stuff that it's gonna take of just like trying to rewire a little bit. I think I need
Yeah.
to like plug out of my phone for a little bit as well.
Oh,
Way
yeah,
too much screen time, bro. It's
yeah.
getting out of hand.
What kind of screen time? Like Instagram Reels?
Mostly
Uh,
Netflix, tons of reels too, of course, but
what's so bad about any of that?
I just feel like it's getting to a point. Well, I don't think it's really bad if like you're a person that can deal with it, but I think it gets bad when like you're starting to think it's bad. And like if it starts feeling bad, then that's kind of like my cue. Like when I get
Mm,
up first thing in the morning and I'm like trying to put on a video like instantly, I like it doesn't feel very good. Or like
yeah.
going to bed always with a video and stuff, like it just does not feel very good.
That's how I always think about like weed smokers and like having a habit of smoking is like, you know, I would never tell somebody that that habit is inherently bad, but like if you think it's bad, that kind of makes it bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if you like don't have like if you don't find a problem with it, if you get all your shit done, if you're doing fine, like I don't think anybody has a right to tell you that like that's like harmful to you. But like if you're in your head like wow, like this is not good for me, man. But then you do the thing where it's like like I'm not sure. I still get my stuff done. I think it's bad. Like because like in your heart of hearts, just what your brain's telling you, your body. You have to listen to your body at some point. You know,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
these are subjective things. These are personal things. I would say if your personal thing is telling you that like you're doing the phone too much, then shit, try less. You know, like
Yep, exactly,
nothing.
dude.
I can't tell you should put your phone down less. I don't think it's a problem. I go on my phone all the fucking time. I don't give a shit. Have a good time.
Yeah, see, it really is just it's totally like that, especially with like when you say like weed smoking, because like even
Uh-huh.
just like look in our friend group, like all of us have like different like ways of like we go about it and stuff, and
For
like
sure. Some people smoke every day. Some people smoke twice a day.
some people smoke like right when they wake up and they see no issue, and it's just like if you don't see issue, and then like who the fuck am I to say you have an issue?
There does hit a point where, yeah, well, never mind.
I'm just thinking of one really in specific that says that always, like in the morning, at work, this, that, and it's like no issue.
Does he have a wall full of signs?
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, could you ever cite a time where you've heard him like be like, maybe this isn't that good for me?
No, he doesn't give a fuck.
And
But
if he says it like that, dude, is it really ever that bad for him?
no, I don't. I don't think it's a bad thing for him. I think he's fine. What is also interesting is that that kid, for context, I'm not sure how much it matters, but never well, I shouldn't say never has. I think he has at one point, but never will taste a drop of alcohol again. Just refuses to drink.
Yeah,
So maybe that's part of it, where it's like,
gotta
this
have
is nice.
something.
He's got nothing else, dude. So, well, I didn't mean it like that, but
No, I know what you meant. I saw an opportunity for a joke, and the Flameside is like notorious for being
yeah,
super
for
not
funny.
funny.
I mean, dude, does like anybody really like just like going at life like no nothing,
There is, dude.
The people like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't even drink coffee. Like
Ah,
fuck off,
yeah, get a life, dude.
That's like I don't give a
Experience
fuck.
it,
Like
experience life a little bit. Fuck.
there's like parts of stuff where it's like impressive, like, oh, like I just like don't drink, like I have a good time, like whatever. Okay, respect, respect. Oh, dude, like put down smoking, like I just like really enjoy like being with people. And then when you hit the like, I don't even drink coffee, I say, okay, you're annoying.
I don't
Like
have nicotine.
yeah. I mean,
I
like
read every day.
you gotta do one out of like four bad things, or else like I think you're weird and annoying. Like
And I don't even, I'm the people who don't do it at all, that's when it's a problem, bro. Like, because
yeah,
like, if you drink like, every other weekend, whatever, like I still kind of lump you in a category of like, you're not totally gone. You're not too far gone yet.
yeah,
But once you
yeah.
start like never, you wake up, you start your day with no coffee and you're energized. Ooh,
Mhm.
I think I'm just mad at those people.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to like meet up with an old friend from high school. Like, hey, what you been doing lately? Oh, I'm off stimulants now for a while. You're the problem. You have a problem, and everybody knows it. Like, I don't know, dude. Everyone's got something.
We all got vices.
Vices, bro. This is a coffee number two for me. I'm making two coffees a day a habit. I don't give a fuck, dude. It's
Yeah,
good
but
for
you've been
me.
cooking decent lately, huh?
Like food?
Yeah.
Yeah, better.
You got that the knife on the bread.
You see that back there?
I don't see it, but I'm
Oh,
just saying
oh,
like
I
you've
thought
been
you were.
doing that.
Yeah, I've been cooking more, but dude, there's always roadblocks to cooking for some reason. My fucking dishwasher's not working right now, so if I want to cook, it's hand washing everything, and that really does take a lot of wind out of the sails, bro. Like, shit sucks, Shit really sucks. And we have like limited counter space, so the like washing the dishes is fine, whatever. Like it's not the end of the world, but like having a good system for like keeping them dry once you like rinse them off and stuff is like not great, dude. It's just like it's a pain. It's a huge pain. I guess what I should be doing is like pulling out the dishwasher that's broken right now and using it as a drying rack, a pseudo drying rack. Probably the best move to go with. But like I've got dirty dishes in there right now, and it's just like all nasty and it's all difficult to deal with. And some motherfuckers tell me Dawn Power Wash, that shit looks like it would like fucking rip my skin off if it touched it. It's so powerful. So I don't know if I want to do that either, bro. So it's like there's just a lot of things that are swirling in my head around the dishes. So yeah, it's always a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna need to take some time to come up with a game plan for that, bro.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And it's like, it's nice to have people who are so knowledgeable about food like you that can help
Yeah.
me with certain things. So,
That was
you
funny
know,
yesterday when you were asking me about food tips and I kept talking about shit like I've cooked
yeah,
everything in the book.
I think your funniest line was I was getting stuff for quesadillas at the store and Allison asked me to get queso. And so I'm on Discord with Vince and I'm like what kind of queso do y'all get? And Vince goes, queso's a pretty fun thing to make at home. People like to or like whatever. Whatever you said. And I was like, "Oh, you've done it?" You're like, "No." Like
Dude, it
I,
is a fun thing to make at home, bro. Dude, the thing is with that as well is I would never make queso for myself because I'm kind of like a dairy baby. Like I too much dairy, I'm
um
cooked. So that's just something I wouldn't make at home.
I see.
But I still do make grilled cheeses.
And you're fine with that?
Yeah. Oh, I have a question for you actually.
Uh-huh.
I made grilled cheese the other day with tomato soup,
Uh-huh.
just like a standard Progresso can.
Uh-huh.
Well, I feel like I know the answer to this, but do you eat the whole can of soup as well?
Oh yeah, probably.
Damn, dude, tomato soup's a really tough one for me to get
It
down.
can be. Well, I mean, I usually have some crackers on deck to help that process.
Like as soon as the grilled cheese is gone and you can't dip anymore, I'm like, sign me up, sign
Yeah,
me, like, get
no,
me out of here, get me the fuck out of here.
I've been there. That
I'm not
used to be
going
a
spoon in just tomato soup. I think that's crazy.
That's kind of why it's a great meal for two, is because like if you can split that can of soup with somebody, like you're in business, you know,
Oh, it's perfect
you're
amount.
both dipping that shit. Like neither of you got to eat a whole fucking can. Like that's why you've seen those like cartons of soup that you can buy. You just like pour
Oh
in.
yeah.
That's kind of nice for that, but also I feel weird about those. Like I got like a half full carton of soup in my
Yeah,
fridge. What the fuck?
call me old fashioned, bro. Give me a fucking
Give me
can,
the
bro.
can,
Yeah,
bro.
give me
What
a
the
fuck.
hell?
I don't. Come on now with that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. And I started thinking in my head, whenever I see somebody carrying around boxed water, I think of the most like the worst ways to punk them. You know, like I want to fucking like trip them up. I want to like throw a snake in their face. Like fuck you. Why are
Box
you carrying around
water.
boxed water, bro? Like look at me. I'm drinking
Yikes.
boxed water. You're an idiot, bro. I'm sorry. Like everyone's laughing at you.
um. Well, I think there's been a lot of fun thoughts for this first half. I kind of need to go to my
Um.
dentist appointment.
Okay. Can I riff for like a couple minutes while you're gone, or do you have to end the session?
Oh, honestly, yeah.
What do I
Dude,
do?
just keep it going. It'll end when the shit ends. But if you don't even want to go to all that time, don't. Just fucking
Just leave?
leave when you're done, and I'll just edit it out the parts that you're not here.
No problem.
No problem at all, dude.
Nice and easy because I've been I want to talk about the chess community.
Yes, Riff, tell everybody Flame is gonna give you some chest thoughts. I have to go get my teeth cleaned.
Uh huh.
So
Enjoy
peace
the
out,
dentist
y'all.
side. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jesus, you got a headphone here. Okay, so let's talk about the chess community really quick. I'm also going to use this as a little bit of a demo for my solo career. Hey, you're still there. Um, so the chess community, it really frustrates me, and you might be asking, why does the chess community frustrate you? Well, the chess community frustrates me because I think these people are just fucking like um I don't think weird is the right word, but I'm like airing towards weird. It's a little bit of a mix of like antisocial, self-absorbed, like overly pridefulness, I guess. So like the way that I think about it is like a lot of these people who are very very good at chess, you know, like they've been playing it their entire lives. They've gotten to the point where they've like won tournaments and things like that. Like that, I think that it's somewhat inevitable that it definitely inflates your ego, right? If like what you're doing as a profession includes you like needing to be the best at it, win at it in like a competitive event, I do think it's like pretty, a pretty easy stepstone to becoming pretty self-absorbed. And it's really frustrating, like listening to some of these people talk about it, because like I'm listening to like chess videos, you know, like these people demonstrating how they win certain positions and how they do things, and like the way they talk about like their moves or people in the chat or their opponents is like so ridiculous, you know, like these guys just like will not shut up about like, oh, you know, like my opponent is playing horribly, like that's, you know, not my fault, they're bad, like all this stuff, like talking to people in chat, like people in chat are just like on Twitch like being kind of silly. They're saying stuff like, let's focus on the chess. Like I get it, you're trying to be serious. It's just like I think these people have gotten like, you know, the idea that what they do is extremely important and serious and they're so good at it and everybody like should respect them and pay attention to them. And to some extent, like, yeah, whatever. But like in a real life, like you're like on a ball of rock and like you're gonna die someday. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're making an ass of yourself. And like, it's just really frustrating. These people they're not serious people. And I guess what I want to kind of like extend an arm into the pool with, and I don't necessarily believe this is the case for most of people who are in the chess community, but I think that a lot of these people who are like gurus, you know, who are chess prodigies, were probably people that weren't super well, and don't come after me for this, but not super well socialized, you know. So like maybe they didn't really gain those valuable experiences of like knowing how to be like a likable, humble person to get along with. And they were able to kind of skeet on by in their like isolated chess studies with their chess instructor, who is also probably a fucking, you know, smoke up his own ass douchebag. And so like they've learned this way of like they have to be the smartest, the best, the most cunning, and like they're not well socialized, and they get to be this kind of mess of uh, dweebiness and whatever else. I think a really good example of it, and this is the last point I have to make, is there's a big streaming chess tournament a couple years back where a lot of creators, for whatever reason, kind of got more into the chess space. I think Ludwig probably had a bit to do with that. I know he played in it, but for some reason, just a lot of streamers like started playing chess, and like they decided to like, hey, we're all amateurs at chess. We're all going to try to learn it, and like we're going to do a tournament in a couple weeks where like the winner gives some money to their charity or something, which is a super fun idea, super cool idea. Um, and like for a lot of people who hadn't played chess before or were like relatively new to chess, it was a really fun idea because it was like, oh, like you're learning along with a content creator that you already know and like can kind of like vicariously join them in the journey to learning more about chess and like understanding the game, because I do think chess is a ton of fun, and like there's a reason why it's a staple of a game in our culture in history. But as a result of this, tournament, there was a lot of like weird energy towards people in the chess community who weren't directly a part of it. There was a lot of snobs who acted like it was beneath them to kind of participate in this and support it, and would like call out the creators, like call out the chess people who were like training some of the content creators, right? So like Charlie Moist Critical was like streaming his teaching sessions with his teacher Daniel Naroditsky, and like I think it was Naroditsky. I forget who brought this up. I don't want to put Naroditsky's name on it, but like just as an example, people were coming after those like Naroditsky, who like is someone in the chess space saying like, why are you doing this to our game? Like, why are you making a muck of it? Like, this is not chess. And it's just like such a weird like old guard, old head. Like, this is ours. We're the chess people. Like what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of people knowing that what you do is kind of fucking silly? And like, I forget what actually inspired me to talk about this a lot is that like some fucking chess like explanations, they act like the things they're talking about are so difficult to understand. I'm not going to act like chess is a simple game. Of course there's complexities to it, but at the end of the day, there's like five different unique pieces that can do different stuff. Every single concept, tactic in chess can be broken down to that simple fucking process of a piece moves somewhere. That's all you need to know. And then you build on it and you say, this moves here to open up this moving here to blah, 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 blah. And of course, sometimes you're going down like several lines of moves, and that gets complicated. And I understand that. But for some people to act, I remember I was watching this video of trying to learn this chess opening, and this guy's like, I really wouldn't recommend it until you're at least like 2,300. And it's like, dude, fuck off. Like, just teach the fucking thing and explain it normally, like a fucking human being can understand. And like, God, with any kind of experts in these kind of fields, like they fucking like are so drunken with their overcomplicated terms, and they lose any ability to be a normal socialized fucking not English, regular lexicon speaking person, as somebody, my girlfriend's father, pointed out to me via text about the last one. These people are just fucking weird. So I said it and I shied away from it because I didn't want to just say it with no context. But I think all that together, the best way I can describe it is they're fucking weird. Like, just be a normal human, like understand where other people are coming from and be kind about it. You play a game that you're good at. Okay, other people want to play it too. That's not like the end of the fucking world. You can be a normal person about it. The fact that you're so closed off towards it and want to act like what you do is the fucking best thing in the world is strange, and you need to get off your fucking get off your chest high horse. This has been the Flameside podcast with Flame and Side. We'll be back next week. I will be 24 years old. It's gonna be really fucking crazy. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Bye.